nice having you here. In today's video, we'll be making egusi soup, the frying method. I'll leave a list of all these ingredients in the description box. Click on the see more text below this video to see the description box. I'll be using a blend of 2 greeny vegetables for this soup. I'll be using ugu, the pumpkin leaves, and scent leaves. If you've not tried scent leaves for egusi soup, you're missing a lot. So let's get cooking. First, in an empty pot, I add in the washed meat. Into the pot, I have beef and tripe here. Tripe is well known here as Shaki. Then I add in chopped onions. I break in seasoning cubes and spread it even. I add in a little salt. Then I'm going to stir this all in together to combine properly. I wouldn't be adding water to this. I will allow it to generate its own water before adding water. Then I'll cover it and cook on medium heat for about 10 minutes before getting back to it. This is 10 minutes later and the meat is boiling. Now I'll add in water to be at the same level with the meat. Then I'll give it a gentle stir to absorb the water. And I'll cover and allow this to cook till tender, like about 25 to 30 minutes. As the meat is cooking, let's go ahead and prep the other ingredients. Always important to prep your ingredients beforehand so that when it's time, you just be adding them as you cook along. Now we are going to blend the egusi seeds, the melon seeds. If you don't have a food processor that can blend at home for you, you can as well blend it in the market. So we'll add it in here. I'll be blending this till it's very smooth. I'll be setting this aside. Please note that I use the hand-peeled egusi seeds. I've observed that it's better in taste and texture from the machine peel. Now I'll be blending onions. I add in a little water. I'll be using this onion paste with the egusi, with the blended egusi. So let's go ahead and blend. Here I have the blended egusi and I'll pour in the onion juice. And I'll mix all this in to form a paste. You can use only water to do this, but I found out that onion gives it a better flavor and taste. I'm going to mix all this in till it's properly combined. This is the paste. I'll set it aside. Here I have the peppers I'll be using. This is Shombo, the habanero peppers. It's not as spicy as this Scotch bonnet peppers, so this will add color and flavor to your egusi soup. I'm going to be blending all, and I also have this yellow sand pepper. It's very nice for your Nigerian soups. And I'll be adding Okpei. This is from locust bean. You can use locust bean if that's what you prefer. And crayfish. Please wash your crayfish if it contains any sand. I'll be blending all this together without water because my blender can take both wet and dry. But if yours can't, please just add in a little water. I blended the peppers roughly and this is the texture I got. I blended it roughly because I want to be seeing the peppers in the soup. The meat has cooked tender enough, so I'll just set it aside. So I've washed the vegetables, the scent leaf, and the ugu leaves. I like mixing my vegetables in soups. It gives me a total different flavor. And I've washed this off camera so that this video will not be too long. The greeny vegetables are ready. Here I have the dry fish. I'll have to wash it with salt to take away any sand or dirt. but this is freshly dried, so I have to rinse it out with plenty of water. If yours is not freshly dried, please use hot water to wash it out. It's time to fry the egusi proper. So this is a dry pot on heat. Like adding palm oil. Your palm oil is very important when you're making your Nigerian soups. I do not allow it bleach at all. I add in the pepper mix, the Shombo, locust bean, crayfish. Now mix and allow this fry for about 5 minutes. Because I didn't add water while blending this will take a quicker time to fry, to dry. But if you added water, you will have to fry for a longer time. This is fried well enough. You can see the oil sizzling up. I'll add in seasoning cubes. Now stir to mix. I wouldn't be adding salt now because there is salt in the meat. I wouldn't want to overdo the salt. I will have to check it later. Here comes our egusi paste. I'll be adding it gradually in bits. This will help give it a lumpy look. I'll be frying this on low to medium heat. You have to be on standby at this point. If not, this will burn. And we're going to fry this from 5 to 8 minutes. Please keep an eye on this. You have to stir and fry it for more than 5 minutes so that it doesn't burn. This is 8 minutes of continuous stir frying. I'll add in the meat stock gradually so that the soup doesn't get watery. I'll mix and check if it has gotten to the consistency I want. I'll have to add them more. And I stir in. Once you get the consistency you need, you have to be fast now because this egusi will be splashing out. I'll add in the stockfish. This is not the type that is hard to cook. That's why I didn't cook it with the meat. Mix it in. I'll add in the meat. You can grill yours, you can fry yours. I have another recipe where I grilled mine, but in this recipe I'll be adding it as it is. Now mix it into the soup. Look at our egusi soup. Very rich, very delicious. You can already tell from the look. Why we'll turn the blended egusi into paste is to give us this look where it's looking lumpy. If not, it's going to be looking all watery. At this point, I'm going to taste for my seasoning. Mine came out perfect. You can go ahead and adjust yours if need be. I always say that your seasoning and salt should be proportional to the quantity of food you're cooking. I'll cover and cook this for 5 minutes before getting back to it. This is 5 minutes later. I'll have to stir this. Please note that once you add egusi to the pot, you must cook it for more than 20-25 minutes. When egusi is not well cooked, it can give you stomach upset. So we'll keep stirring this occasionally. We'll cover it to cook and keep stirring it so that it doesn't burn. I'll be adding the dry fish now. I like adding this last because it breaks even easily and I want to be seeing it when I'm eating my soup. Remember, I removed the bones from the fish. I'll stir this in and allow it to add its flavor to the soup. I'll cover this for 2 minutes. 2 minutes later, I'll be adding the vegetables now. I have scent leaf and ugu leaves. This gives it a very nice flavor and aroma. If you've not tried it before, you're missing something. I'm going to mix all this to combine well. Scent leaf is very nice in egusi soup. Have you used scent leaf to make your egusi soup before? Let me know in the comment section. If you've watched till this point, please like this video, and if you've not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. It will help my work a lot. We are going to mix this properly, and I don't like overcooking my vegetables. I wouldn't be covering the pot because I want the grains to retain their color. I'm going to just turn this a bit for a minute, and I'll take it off from the stove. Our egusi soup is ready. You can replicate this and leave me a comment section on how it came out for you. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video.